Good morning. Tuesday morning. Now I'll tell you what, all those videos I did about Brett Favre have stirred up a shitstorm. And so this is the last, I swear, the last one I'm going to do concerning Brett Favre. Unless he goes to the Super Bowl. It all started when my nephew in Dallas, the greatest Brett Favre fan of all time, asked me to do a video on what people up here are saying about Brett Favre. Now that's what these videos have been. I listen to people. I live in a small town up here in the Northwoods of Wisconsin. I listen to what people say at church, the hardware store, the feed store, the grocery store, restaurants. People come over to the house. What I've said pretty much reflects what I've heard. They feel like he turned his back on his family. Football is different than any other sport or any other occupation in the world, especially in Green Bay, in Wisconsin. It's because anywhere, any other occupation, if a person quits and they go to somewhere else, the only people that get pissed usually are his bosses of the company that he just left. Everybody else says, well, good for him. He's better than himself, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's a little different here because it's not just the bosses, it's everybody that was a big fan of Brett Favre in Wisconsin. Now, yeah, I've got a lot of negative flack, but I mean, it's human nature that if somebody's upset with what you're saying, they're much more prone to comment than people that agree. I haven't talked to anybody that lives here that don't agree with everything I've said. I mean, that's where I got it from. I've said before, I'm from Dallas. I moved up here by choice, and I live up here in these North Woods and retired up here, and I just love it up here. Something else, I was a business owner. As a business owner, I naturally lean toward the management aspect, I suspect, and I apologize for that. I hate it when I see an employee taking advantage of his employer, and everybody does it. I did it. And so I kind of lean that way, and for that reason I have to apologize for that. That's just inbred in me from my position. I'm retired now, but that's just my way of looking at it. Alright, now here's my personal feelings for the last time. My personal feelings, not what I've heard up here. I think Brett Favre is probably the greatest quarterback of all time. However, that don't make him my favorite. Troy Aikman was my favorite. I think Brett Favre stands a good chance of getting hurt. Now, he's tough. There ain't no question about that. You don't start every game without being a tough motor scooter. But he's also 40 years old, and these guys are gunning for him. You know, somebody wrote, in fact, I think it's my brother-in-law, that it looks like he's only going to have to play one cold game this year, scheduled. And I didn't realize that. And that's going to help him a lot. Man, they got the momentum going. My personal opinion is, I think they're probably going to wind up going to Super Bowl. And if they go to Super Bowl, I think they're probably going to wind up winning it. My personal opinion is, I hope they do. Not taking anything from Green Bay, but Green Bay don't have the stuff right now. They got to get that offensive line together, and he's going to have to, and Rodgers going to have to start dumping that ball instead of getting sacked. There's just a lot of stuff going on. Whereas Minnesota, the dreaded purple, and I, honest to God, hate seeing Brett Favre wearing purple. It just don't look right. He needs to be wearing that yellow helmet. I mean, it just don't look right to me. But he's bettering himself, doing what he has to do to get his Super Bowl ring. I hope he gets it. He dang sure deserves it. Wish he could have done it in Green Bay, but it looks like it wasn't going to happen. So, but as for management in Green Bay, I still think that they would have wanted him if he still wanted to be there and be there at 100%. But when you can't make your mind up, that means your mind's not there in the first place, not 100%. So they did what they had to do. My mind hadn't changed on that. I wish he'd gone to some other team besides the Vikings. Honestly, you just don't understand unless you live here. But anyway, that's my final word. I'm not saying another word on Brett Favre. I wish him only the best. I hope he don't get hurt. Man, I really do. And I'll be done with all this. Danny, I'm done, dude. And appreciate y'all watching. Have a good day. Simple commentary. Moving on to something else now. Maybe aliens. I got a lot of opinions on aliens. Have a good day. Bye.